today is the day. We are going to make bronze. So I have put those two up there, 12 copper and 4 tin, so 16 bronze. But we are going to do this in a double shot here to make sure we don't overfill the crucible. Let's throw that in there. And we've got coal in there. Light that bad boy up. And let's get some bronze made. Now, we are going to use these 9 scrap and this 1 ingot to make us a double plate. Well, we're going to make 2 plates. Then we'll use the anvil to make a double plate. And we're going to pour this as bronze ingots so we can make a bronze burning box. But we also want to make a set of pincers today. And we are going to need 2 curved plates, so 2 plates, 2 rods, and a screw. So that is going to be 2 rods. We're going to have to make 3 rods and 2 plates. Alright, so the tin is melted. We're at 500. You can see it's going up very, very slowly because of how much material we have in here. So we got a little bit of time on this. This is why we did it as a double shot. Because if we didn't, it probably would not melt at all. Because there would be too much weight compared to the amount of heat that we get. Now once we upgrade this to a bronze burning box, we won't have that problem anymore. We can fill this thing up completely because bronze has a much better efficiency. So let's see if I can, there we go, there is bronze, and we can use this to look through here. There's our burning box, so it has a 75% efficiency instead of a 50% efficiency and a 24 heat units per tick rather than the 16 that lead has. So let's look here at lead. We don't want the fluidized one. There we go. Yeah, 16 and 50. So I guess while this is heating up, this is a good time to explain heat units. So in GregTech 6, you don't just have EU. You have EU, HU, RU, KU, LU, and MU, QU, and last but not least, GU. So each one of those is a different type of power. HU being heat units, that is directly heating something. EU is your electrical units. RU is rotational units. KU is kinetic, so like a piston, where RU is a shaft driven, or like a gear. MU will be magnetic force units. LU is laser units. QU is quantum units. That is late game stuff. And then GU is what most people call Greg units or generic units. So if you look in any eye and you see something that says it takes GU, don't think that means you need to make GU. That just means that is a generic power for whatever that machine's actual power is. So if the power for that machine is electrical, then it'll be EU. All right, we are done. So let's get a rod and let's go ahead and throw in our copper here to keep our temperature down. Let's see, that is done. So let's grab it. Which means that is done. We can go ahead and pour one more of each. Throw the copper in to keep our heat down. And they are done. So that's our 2 plates we needed for our pincers. So we do not want to do any more of the rods. We have all of them that we need. So now we need to get 4 more bronze out of here. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Let's see if we get up there high enough, which we did. Oh wait, we do need 1 more rod because we got to make screw. Alright, what is this at? Okay, it is done. That was pretty daggone good timing right there. Alright, so that's done and that is done. So now we have enough to make our pincers, but not enough to make our burning box. So let's go ahead and change out the coal for a couple pieces of lignite coal. And yeah, that's going to be a butt, but I actually have brown limonite here. We're going to use this time. Go. And let's see if we can get the rest of this out of here carefully. It's going to be not the best idea, but we're going to do it. Alright, it's out. Now we just got to wait for this to get cool enough that we can grab them. Not a very good idea because of the fact that it is flammable. And a crucible will burn anything flammable within 4 blocks of it. We're going to throw these in there this time. Although we have to get the dark ash out and the lignite out. How cold is this thing? Yeah, let's go ahead and throw planks in. We don't want it to get too hot. Just about 1345 and it stops 1 below it. Alright, just because you did that, you're getting that. Well, we are down to yellow limonite now. There we go. This should not heat up enough. There we go, 1356. This should not get too hot. We're going to keep an eye on it. If it does, okay. If it got too hot, I was going to throw in some bronze to cool it off. There's our copper we need. 2 of these. Alright, there's 1. There's the other one. That one. And grab the last rod that we don't actually need at the moment. So we need 2 curved plates. Now, you really can't tell too well on that anvil. So let me grab some rocks here, or some stone here. This will be a lot easier to see on a stone anvil. Okay, so stone anvil, you can notice that this side looks a little bit different. But if you look at this side, it actually looks different than that side. So these are bending horns or bending cylinders. One is a small bending cylinder. The other is a large bending cylinder. Small bending cylinder is this side, because if you look at it from the side, that is thinner than that side. You can also tell because this one is a little less than the width of the block. That is full width of the block. So when you need to curve things, put them on the proper end and then smack the end of it and you'll get a curved plate. Now let's go over here to our black one, which you can see we need this end. Now you can also smack it right on the front, and that'll also work for the bending cylinder. Don't do it on the top. That'll give you an item casing. You don't want that. Alright, we need a file. We need to take this rod. Oh, wait a minute. We don't need a file. We actually need a saw. I've got to make a saw. I don't have one of those yet. So, we're going to use 2 of our burning box plates, unfortunately, and a file, and a hammer. That'll make our saw blade, and then we will put that with a stick that amazingly, as full as my inventory is, I don't currently have on me. And we'll put that with that, and that'll give us a saw blade. Why am I carrying around a piece of zombie flesh? Don't need the blackberries. I made juice. Get rid of that as well. So now we have a saw blade. That with one of our rods, cut that into 2 bolts. You can pour bolts as well, but I opted to not do so this time. And a file with 2 bolts will give you a screw. So now, dump these rocks outside. Go. So now we have our screw, our 2 rods, and our curved plates. Now let's look up the recipe again for our pincers, which needs a screwdriver, which is another tool we do not currently have. So a screwdriver tip is 2 rods, a file, and a hammer. So we have 2 rods that are supposed to be our handle, but we're going to go ahead and make us our screwdriver tip. There is our screwdriver. So now we can go in here, and with our next batch of bronze up, we can go ahead and make the rest of our parts. And we're out. Got anything else? I think that's all I got at the moment. Alright, so we're going for fire starters now again until I get some more rocks. Oh hey, I got another one right there. Well, see how you are? Alright, let's light this bad boy up. Ooh, started right at the end. Get our rod out of there. We're going to need to pour 2 more of them just so we have all of the bronze out of here. And now we will get the rest of the plates that we need. Get a drink. Let's get one more. That'll be good. Heal up. This is going to take a minute. While it does that, let me get rid of some extra stuff that I don't need in inventory at the moment. We have a little bit more room. Let's keep them just in case. We're going to keep the lead just in case we need it for cooling down our crucible. Alright, so while that gets heated up here, let me look at a GUI here. Let's see. There we go. So, this says an unboxinator needs 16 GU per tick. But if you look at an unboxinator, it says EU per tick. So, that means that that's 16 EU a tick that you need to do that recipe. So that should finish explaining the different power levels that we have, or energy levels that we have. Which I will go over that a little bit more when we actually start using more than just heat. But for right now, that is all we need to worry about. And also, because of all of this bronze cooking that I have done, we actually have 4 dark ash. This is going to make number 5. And we will have more from this. So we will be able to make our first iron probably in the next one. We're only going to be able to make a couple, but we'll be able to make some. And then we'll be on to take over the world. So I have done these last few videos all together back to back before I got to see any comments from the earlier ones. This will be the last one for this session that I do today. So if you've asked any questions or made any comments and I haven't said anything about it, that is why. I'm sure I will answer the comments as they come in. But if there's something that I needed to show, that's why I haven't showed it yet, along with the answers for if you'd like to see me doing things other than just GregTech, like building a bridge and things like that, or if you would like me to keep it just GregTech specific progress. Alright, we are almost done here. Get our lead ready. Grab a piece of dirt, because I lost my last one in the crucible. There we go. And we needed 1 rod, and we need a few plates. Let's check the temperature. Where are we at here? 1400. Let's go ahead and turn that off. We'll keep an eye on it here. That one, and we're going to need to pour 1 more of those. Still going up, but we're not bad yet. That one hurt just a touch. $1500s, we're still good at the moment. $1600s, not worrying yet. 17, we're getting close to worrying. 18, go ahead and throw that in. I'll drop us back to 1490. Alright, we're cooled off. Or not cooled off, but we are turned off. Now we can just get the rest of these poured before it gets down too low. I think we got 1 more left in there. And there we go, that's the last one. So now that it's poured, we can go ahead and make our pincers. So we needed a screw, 2 rods, 2 curve plates, screwdriver, and a hammer. And that is our pincers. So now these can be used to pull things out of molds when they're still hot without you taking damage. I'm not going to use them on that because I knew it was cool. Now let's go ahead, let's make 1 more stone anvil here, and hammer. Now I'll put that there, separate them. We're going to make a double copper plate. We need to get our wrench. We need to cook up some bricks. And go ahead and use a little more wood here. Get that done. And we can go ahead and put this lead away. Go ahead and grab our dirt out of here. Grab our ash out of there. So we have 50, 170 seconds there. That is ash. That is ash. There's some tinies. Go ahead and make our dark ash here. So we've got 9 of them. That'll make us 1. And that'll make us 1. So in making our bronze, we've managed to get 7 dark ash and almost enough to make a second one there. Pitch these rocks on out the door. We don't need those things. Oh, and you remember that nice hammerhead mold I made? Yeah, I gotta remake that because it kind of jumped into the crucible. Something you gotta be careful of, because when you go to break these things, they will pop into the crucible. Now, you can use a pickaxe on them as well, but they will not come to your inventory. They will still pop out in the world. But there is something called a construction pickaxe, which uses a construction pickaxe head and a stick, and that is made with 2 plates and an ingot instead of 2 ingots and a plate. Or you can use the one that you pour, which is the raw, and then use a hammer and a file, and that'll make that. And that will actually pop it right into your inventory. So I will be making one of those to keep from that happening. Now, luckily, you get clay scrap back or ceramic scrap back, so it's not a major loss other than your time and fuel. There we go. We have a solid burning box. Now, the only issue is, as I have mentioned, a copper wrench will not pull that out of there. And we are 1 bronze short of making a bronze wrench. Right now, I am, it looks like, an ingot and a nugget short of making another bronze. So what I'm going to do is make a second area over here for my bronze burning box, and then we will leave this one for things that need to be done at cooler temperatures, and then make a second crucible with our bronze burning box. So I will put it right here, and then we can deal with that one instead of that one. So that is making our first bronze. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to come out here and stretch my legs a bit. Take a look at my nice area around here. Before we leave, let's take a look at these rubber trees. Oh, there we go. We got a spot on that one. So if we click it, we get rubber resin. Now, we can make torches now 4 at a time out of that. We can also use it to make sticky pistons. We can actually use it for fuel. When we need glue, we can use it for glue. We can get latex, which is what's going to become our rubber in a coagulator. And that is about it. So we now have something for better torches. And next episode, we will probably make something to help these trees out a little bit, to where we can actually get a stack of resin at a time. So stay tuned for that. But with that, I am going to call it a day. Call it a do. I am out. I have had one long day. For anybody that would like to know, I actually did this after the 6-hour GT Classic stream today. So I am a little bit on the tired side. So hope you guys enjoyed. I am out. See you guys next time.